Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're tackling a movement you probably do, honestly, dozens of times a day without even realizing it. I'm talking about the squat. Think about it. Every single time you sit down to eat, get into a car, or just stand up from the sofa, you're squatting. Now, I know for a lot of us, hearing the word squat instantly brings to mind, heavy weights at a gym. But today, we're completely reframing it. We're gonna look at the squat not as some exhausting workout, but as a vital, everyday functional movement that is absolutely crucial for your mobility.
Okay, let's dive into our roadmap for today. We'll start with the sitting and compensation trap, then look at reprogramming the body's design, mastering the hip hinge, aligning the knees and spine, and finally, restoring your confidence and independence. Now, I want you to really think about this for a second. Have you ever gone to pick up a dropped pen, or maybe just tried to lower yourself into your favorite chair in the living room, and suddenly, bam, you feel this jarring, uncomfortable strain right in your lower back? Why on earth does something so simple feel so difficult? Well, that sudden twinge and that feeling of instability when bending forward is actually incredibly common, and it's exactly what we're gonna fix today. So, Section 1, the sitting and compensation trap. To fix the pain, we really have to understand the root cause. Here's what the research tells us. For a lot of seniors, years of sitting and just general inactivity create this highly dysfunctional physical pattern in the body. It's like this. When you sit for long periods, your hips get weak, and your glute muscles become underactive. They basically just go to sleep. So when you eventually stand up and bend forward, your body still has to get the job done, right? But it lacks the power in the hips to do it. The result? Your lower back is totally forced to compensate. Your lumbar spine basically ends up taking on a load it was literally never structurally designed to handle. And that leads directly to that discomfort and instability we were just talking about. And this right here brilliantly illustrates the contrast. On the left, we've got the painful consequences of the sitting trap, the lower back overcompensating, weak hips, and that really wobbly instability. But then on the right, you see what a proper squat achieves. It reestablishes your strength, stabilizes the pelvis, and most importantly, it shares the physical load across multiple joints. It completely reverses that terrible pattern of inactivity. It's a real game changer. Which brings us to Section 2, reprogramming the body's design. Just take a look at this quote. A proper squat for a senior is one of the most powerful ways to retrain the body to move the way it was designed. I absolutely love this framing. It shows we aren't just, exercising for the sake of burning calories. We are actively retraining the nervous system and the muscles. We're restoring strength, coordination, and the balance between the pelvis, hips, and knees. We're literally giving the body back its original blueprint. All right, Section 3, mastering the hip hinge. So the absolutely crucial point is right here. A proper squat doesn't begin by just bending your knees. That's a huge misconception. When performed correctly, the movement actually begins with a controlled hip hinge. I want you to imagine you're gently shifting your hips backward, exactly as if you're reaching for a chair right behind you. By reaching back like that, rather than letting your knees drive way forward or letting your spine cave in, you instantly allow those powerful gluteal muscles to take the lead. You're reestablishing your glutes as the primary stabilizers of your pelvis. Moving right along to Section 4, aligning knees and spine. Now, I want to slow things down just a bit here because this is a step-by-step masterclass on how to move safely. Step 1, like we just talked about, the hip hinge begins, you reach backward. Step 2, at the exact same time, your knees bend in a natural, aligned path. They need to track directly over your toes without caving inward. And Step 3, your spine remains upright and completely neutral, so not overly arched and definitely not rounded forward. It's really just one smooth, coordinated action that blends hip flexion, knee flexion, and core engagement. Let's see how this synchrony protects specific parts of the body. When your knees track over your toes, they help strengthen your quadriceps while keeping the actual knee joint super safe. Then, when your spine stays neutral, it teaches your body to efficiently distribute the physical load right through the hips instead of dumping all that excessive strain directly into your lower back. And through this whole movement, your pelvis is being stabilized by those glutes, which allows your hips to regain their mobility and power. It's total, beautiful synchrony. Finally, Section 5, restoring confidence and independence. So, what's the real-world impact here? Well, as your strength improves using this proper squat form, your knees actually develop much better control and, crucially, better shock absorption. This means that whether you're bending down to pick up a grandchild, grabbing some heavy groceries, or simply lowering yourself into a chair, the effort of that movement is shared across multiple joints and muscle groups. Your body acts as a cohesive, shock-absorbing unit, instead of all that dangerous pressure just being dumped straight into your lower back.
And you know, the compound effect of this over time is truly incredible. By practicing this safe, functional pattern, you unlock some tremendous long-term benefits. You significantly reduce the compressive forces on your lumbar spine, you naturally improve your overall posture, you enhance your body's ability to absorb shock, and ultimately, you restore your own confidence in movement. You're reinforcing the exact functional patterns you rely on every single day to stay active and stay independent.
I really want to leave you with this thought today. You know the mechanics now. You know all about the hip hinge, reaching backward, and keeping that spine neutral to protect your back. So how will you apply this functional pattern to your daily life starting today? The very next time you sit down to watch TV or bend over to tie your shoes, I challenge you to think about this explainer. Engage those hips, protect that spine, and take back your independence, one proper movement at a time. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep moving safely.